What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Full Battery Media Podcast. This is me, Sean, today, and I'm just talking to you a little bit about myself and what we're doing here on the Full Battery Media Podcast. Now, one of the things with this new podcast that I'm trying to do is to talk to all types of creators, influencers, creatives of all types that are making awesome content and find out what they're doing and why. Now, for me, I've worked in film and media a long time. And one of the most important things that I want to talk to you guys today about is why your brand needs a hero's journey. Now, we are getting a lot of great content that comes out from everywhere. But one of the best things that I ever learned about in screenwriting and media was what we call the hero's journey. Now, what is the hero's journey? Well, the hero's journey is something that was made popular by Joseph Campbell, and where a hero embarks on this circular journey. They journey from the known into the unknown and back again. Now, when they journey into the unknown, they are faced with certain types of things. They need to understand their pain, their dream, and why they're doing this thing before they become the hero and emerge on the other side. Now, what is that all about? Well, your customer, when you're making content, the hero is your customer. Now, your customer is the main character, not you. You need to understand their pain, their dream, and how to tell them a story that makes them feel like they're the hero of their story. Now, if you understand people's pain and their dreams, you're better able to make content that appeals to people. Now, I remember watching this video the other day, just today actually, that was on LinkedIn, but it was about this influencer who did a really cool video. It was all about, so the train was going from one stop in London to the next stop in London, and the subway, the underground. And so they were taking this step from here to here, and one of the friends, and they had two cameras running side by side. One of the friends took the train from stop one to stop two. The other friend ran up the stairs, down the road, back down, and got to inside the door before the train moved on. It was a challenge, and it was pretty awesome. Now, why is that important? Because it's not just about that guy doing that. People who are watching are sitting there going, I wonder if I could do that. Could I be the guy who runs out, takes the train to the next stop, and makes it in time? And that challenge, that content makes people feel a little bit like, hey, can I be the hero of my story as well? Now, maybe they can't catch a train and run from one station to the other before the train goes, but maybe they can show up and go to the gym. Maybe they can do something that's good for them, and that's what you want to do. You are the guide. Now, you are the guide guiding people on their journey, and brands are mentors, not heroes. You're not the hero of the story. The person watching is, and you're guiding them to the next step. Now, you give them the tools. If you're a shoe company, you give them the tools to become the hero. If you are a brand, an influencer, David Goggins type, you give people the confidence. If you are a thought leader, you give them the clarity. You give them tools, confidence, and clarity. You can give them the power to be the hero in their story. Now, you don't want to be Luke. You're not Luke in your story. When you're out there creating content, and this is a great quote by Donald Miller, be Yoda, not Luke. You're the one out there guiding these other people. You get to be Obi-Wan. You get to be Yoda. You get to be the one leading the story, to be the transformation agent. And that's the beauty of social media. Everyone thinks that they're the hero. But the reality is that as the creator, you need to be the guide. You need to be the one showing them the way. I love that. Now, the challenge. Every story needs conflict. That video I was referencing earlier, where the guys run up the stairs, he goes to the next location, and then, you know what? There's a huge challenge there. It's a struggle. I mean, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could run up the stairs and run up to the next train station and run down the stairs by the time the train moved on. But that conflict is interesting. It gets me thinking. But you know what I can do? 3 days a week, I show up for Muay Thai class with my daughter. And every class that I go, I get better and better and better. Now, the transformation is what you want to show. You don't want perfection. You don't want everything to seem too easy. You want people to know that, yes, there is conflict. When David Goggins is out running, man, that is hard. Even David Goggins, who does this all the time, it's still tough for him. He shows his feet. They're destroyed after a run. You get people that are talking about their journeys. It's not easy, but that's what a story is all about. A story is about conflict. It's about working through that conflict and hopefully finding a way to overcome it. Now, what we're talking about is emotion over information. Facts tell, but stories, they sell. Now, emotion is what moves people. And if you can help people tap into an emotion, then you're going to be able to get them to act on something. I don't remember many of the advertisements that I've seen recently, but I remember that one about the guys trying to do that challenge, running from one place, one train station to the next. And I'm remembering the product. The product was a protein drink. And I'm not a big protein drink person, but you know what? I'm going to remember that ad. And if I ever do need that product, they're going to pop to the front of my mind. There is a great quote by Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said, but never how you made them feel. So where should we go with all this? The win? End your story with some type of hook. The hero's journey always ends with someone else becoming stronger. Now, can your content empower someone? Can you go out and give them the tools they need to be better, to achieve something greater? When I make this video, I'm your Yoda, and hopefully I can give you something that can empower you to be the hero in your story. And that's what it's all about. When you create content, you are empowering, you are inspiring, and you're giving people the tools to do something great. Well, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Be sure to tune in for more awesome tips from Full Battery Media. Enjoy our podcast, and definitely get inspired. See you guys next time.